Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Jason. This is the legendary Marvel deck building expansion for the X-Men. This set actually adds a fairly number of new keywords, but it also adds a ton of different X-Men. So it's really cool. So we'll kind of just dive in and go over stuff like we usually do. Get some focus on here for everybody. Come on, X32. Focus up. There we go. Alright, so right off the bat, we have Berserk. This keyword lets you discard the top card of your deck, or actually doesn't let you, it forces you, if it has an attack amount on it. So if like you discard another one of these, you immediately gain that extra attack. So if you had this card, you played Berserk, you drew another one, you gain a +2, so now you got +4 on this card instead. And for every time there's Berserk, you do it multiple times. So she has a healing factor genome. This one has already our next new one, which is X-Gene. If you played a card with the instant on this turn, you are allowed to. If you play one, you can activate this ability to draw a card. You can only use one X-Gene per turn. So if you've had played 3 cards with X-Genes, and each one of them that were active, like, would have been able to do, you can only choose one to do it. So it's kind of like a superpower, but instead of being forced, you get to choose which one you would like to do. But again, you're not forced to do it. So it's Adamantium Foot Claws. So right there. This one has both Berserk and X-Gene. Bioengineered Assassin. And the Heir to Wolverine, who has double Berserk. So if you played this, you discard the first card. If it has attack power, you'd add it to this. You'd discard a second card, add it. And this could be 3 plus whatever that is. So this card is then considered to be that much attack power, not 3 separate attack power cards. And then she also has an X-Gene, which you can count the number of instant cards in your discard pile, which you may have added 2 more with that, and Berserk that many times. You could potentially Berserk, even more times with her. So this could be a really powerful card, or you could get really unlucky and end up with only 3 attack power. Next up we have Psylocke, the Psychic Knife. This adds a new feature. So this has an energy burst instead of the attack slashes. So how the piercing energy attack works is you attack the number that you get here for your piercing energy, you attack the opponent's or a villain's victory points. So we're just going to show a villain here quick. We have Gladiator. So he has 5 points. So if he is out on the field, either you could pay 7 slashes to kill him, 7 attack power, or 5 piercing energy. So the weaker guys, a lot of times only have 1 or 2, but maybe 3 attack. They're easier to kill. But it's also harder to get piercing energy. As you can see, she starts with 0. So for every instant card you play in front of her, she gains +1. You also get to draw a card. So you kind of have to combo and plan that ahead of time. She has Precognition. Psychic Ninjutsu, so this one already has 3. So if you played this with the other one, she'd already have 3 points to start with. And then she has Butterfly Effect, which has +2, has the X-Gene ability. If you play our covert cards, you have the option of gaining extra. Next, we are going to get Polaris. So she has Ride the Magnetic Wave. She has Soaring Flight. I do not remember what Soaring Flight does. I will look that one up and I'll bring it up in the next video. She has Piercing Energy, Electromagnetic Pulse, Subtle Attunements, and Reverse Polarity. Alright, so the next one is Jean Grey. I'm just going to pause here quick. I'm going to see what Soaring Flight does. One moment. Alright, sorry for that little jump cut. Soaring Flight is like the wall crawl ability, where you wall crawl, you recruit, it puts the card on the top of your deck so you can draw it. Soaring Flight, when you recruit this card, it gets set aside and it's automatically added to your next hand. So it's kind of a mixture between wall crawl and teleport. So it lets you use them right away in your next hand, but then they don't go in your discard pile, so you can't use them for any of those effects. So the Phoenix here, or Jean Grey, has Obliterating Fire, Life and Death Incarnate, Reincarnating the Phoenix, and Driven Mad by Power, who has 4 abilities to Berserk, which is already at 6, and it says KO all the cards you berserked. So that's awesome if you can Berserk 4 times, but you have to KO all them cards. And if this card makes at least 13 attack, then the Phoenix Force becomes corrupted by power and will devour the earth. You win, evil wins, all other players lose. So this is a very weird and interesting card, because you could potentially beat just about anybody, but you also can lose a bunch of cards. But if you also hit over 13, which would maybe not take very long to do, you actually end the game. It's kind of a neat twist on that. Then we have Long Shot. Fortune favors the bold. Flurry of Blades, who has some berserk attacks. Make My Own Luck. And Escape from Mojo World. Now we have the unique Legion. If you've seen the Civil War video, this is a divided card. So in your hand, it works as every single effect on here. If you need to look for something, when you play it, you choose one side or the other. So if you play Splitting Personality, this is a 2 attack tech card. If you played Splitting Eardrums, it's a 2 piercing energy ranged card. Once it's on the field, it only works as one or the other. If you would use like an X-Gene or a Berserker card and be searching for this, it can work as either one. So it's kind of a neat feature. They both cost the same for that reason. And this is Legion. Professor X's son, he has multiple powers. This is him kind of showing them all off. So that's why he gets dual cards. So he's got Bend Steel and Bend Light. This says Berserk. It has Light Show, which is another new keyword. I said this is a keyword heavy set. Light Show does nothing on its own, but once you've played multiple cards with Light Show, at least 2, you can activate one of the Light Show effects. If you've played 5 cards with Light Show, you only get to activate 1. So it's not necessarily beneficial to just try and make it a full Light Show deck and try and combine it, but it gives you different options. So if you played 2 of these cards, you'd be able to get +2 if you wanted. He has Channel Time and Channel Fire. Gives him some different abilities. And then his final one is Maelstrom of Clashing Powers. There we go. I lost all my other heroes for a moment. Alright, so now we have Kitty Pryde. Intangible qualities. Kind of wish she had the phasing ability. I don't know why they didn't include that. Probably just because there's already so much new things. Why have one random one from another set? Going through a phase. Ghost in the Machine, showing off her tech abilities. And Lockheed, Kitty Pryde's pet dragon. It's kind of neat because it is a Kitty Pryde card, but it's actually for another character. Now we have Jubilee. So she's going to have a lot more of the Light Show cards. So you get +1 recruit for each Light Show card you played. So this would be a reason to play multiple Light Show cards. Blasting Fireworks. Gets plus attack for each one. Unexpected Explosion. Which since those are all Light Show abilities, although you get extra for each one, you can only activate 1 per turn. So you gotta pick and choose which one's more beneficial. And Prismatic Cascade. We have Havoc. Unleash Havoc. He's got ability to get some Berserk cards. Blinding Burst does some light show. Concussive Plasma does an X gene. And then Radiation Focus Array. It's a little of both. Now we have Dazzler, who has light powers. Dazzling Amour. Convert sound to light, which also has a piercing ability. Citywide Mega Concert. And Inspire the World. Now we get a neat thing, which we have a Colossus and a Wolverine. So we've seen names combined before in the Civil War expansion with Cloak and Dagger and Black Panther and Storm, but they all had split cards or divided cards the entire time. This is just a Colossus Wolverine combo pack, shaking ahead Fastball Special, which has Soaring Flight, X-Gene, and Berserk. So a little of everything there. They do get a split card, of course. So you have a reliable and unpredictable Colossus and Wolverine. And then we have Insane Disregard for Danger. And the Uncanny X-Men. Berserker, Berserker, Berserker. Then draw a card for each X-Men you berserkered. We have the Beast, Captivating Conundrum. It's an X-Men version of the Beast. Flurry Fury. Calculated Rage. And Recursive Pummeling. I kind of think they made the X-Men set to kind of counteract the Civil War, because that was all Avenger characters. So here we get all X-Men characters, plus there's so many different ones, such as Aurora and Northstar from Alpha Flight. So they get Soaring Flight and Light Show. They get their combo card. Blazing Flare for Aurora. And Blazing Fist for Northstar. Twin Blast, Soaring Flight and Light Show. And Mach 10. And all heroes you recruit this turn have Soaring Flight, so that can kind of make for a really powerful second hand. Now we get Sonar Detection Banshee, so he has more of the piercing energy. Speed of Sound. Sonic Blast Wave. And Bone Shattering Howl. And then his cards are kind of neat, since all its piercing energy. You may have this card produce piercing energy instead of recruit points. Or this one, you may use slash as if they were piercing energy. So it kind of is if you want to use a piercing energy attack, Banshee is a good way to use some of that. And then we have Cannonball. Kind of wish he was in his classic outfit, but still cool to see him. So we have Carry into the Air. Kinetic Blast Field, Natural Leader, and Human Cannonball. And now we have the bystander cards. So we're done with the heroes. We just got a couple of bystanders. We have Martial Arts Master. So he actually has an attack power, which is kind of neat. So when you recruit him, he has an instinct ability. He can go into your hand. He becomes a hero, and you can actually use him that way. So that's a new effect they added in here. The bystanders can actually be used as heroes instead of just giving one-time effects. This one gets you 2 recruit points. When you KO, you may recruit from your discard pile. I don't remember if the rules state that once these guys are used, they automatically go in the bystander pile, so they may be one-time effects. I don't remember. And then they have this special group for this set, Bystander New Mutants. So this is basically the group of New Mutants against a bunch of X-Men. They figured, hey, we're not going to be able to make into full characters, but we'll make into a unique Bystander group. She has teleport, so that actually gets some of the special abilities. But because it's the only one in this set, they didn't include all the flavor text. Which is why they could have put phasing on Kitty Pryde's cards. But you can opt to leave these characters out of any set or include them. So we have Magic, we have Cypher, Karma, Magma, Mirage, Sunspot, and Warlock. And one more, Wolfsbane. Yeah, so it's kind of neat. You combine these bystanders with the Civil War special sidekicks of the Pet Avengers. You get more options to get characters with different teams and different class types, just so you can activate abilities more often. So that was the X-Men Legendary Heroes. That video actually went by pretty quick. So see you guys later. Bye.